What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. Happy Monday, everybody. Strange time today, but I realized that I didn't explain what was going to happen today, so I should probably split the difference. Let's split the difference. My live stream is at 12 p.m. Central Time. It's 12 p.m. Central Time. We had our time change here in the Midwest over the weekend. So 12 p.m. Central Time is a little bit later than most of you have come to expect. That's okay, though. Let's see, schedule. We're going to update all of our slides together, and we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Those of you that don't know, the Midwest is on the central time zone in the United States, and that is UTC -6. UTC -6 is like Universal Standard Time or Universal Commercial Time or whatever the UTC stands for. But UTC -6 looks like image not found. Interesting. They removed the Twitter logo. How cute is that? How cute is that? There we go. There we go. Huh, they removed the Twitter logo. It's X now. So delete. Schedule, move this in there. Okay. Should be good there. Everything should be good now. Okay, we're going to do some tests. I'm not into the live stream. I'm just doing some tests. Just doing some tests. Doing some tests here. Making sure everything is lining up correctly. Should be 7:30. Should be 7:30. 7:30. Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing is Thursday, the time does change to 7:30 p.m. Central Time because 8 p.m. Central Time is when events go live on Thursday. So that is that. Okay, there we go. Schedule. Okay, now let's see. 7:30 UTC -6. That looks good. All right, so let's take a look at the end screen here. End schedule. Okay. I'm not ending the stream. I'm just checking something. Okay, it's missing Wednesday. It's missing Wednesday. So that is end schedule. Okay. Home. End schedule. Ah. Aha. Okay, there we go. 7:30. C -7. Oh, it was a TikTok logo. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Download. In schedule slide, you can go away. In schedule slide. That looks better. That looks better. Okay. Okay. This is a test. We're not ending. Okay. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Okay. All right. Okay. So again, strange time. The time is changing for Hero War Central Live. We had our time shift. We fell back, as it were. It gets darker earlier. 12 p.m. Central Time, guys. 12 p.m. Central Time is the regular live stream. Okay, 12 p.m. Central Time. We started at 11:30 a.m. Central Time, 30 minutes early, because we're going to split the difference. Okay, we're just going to split the difference, and we're going to call it a day. Tomorrow, though, we'll be back at 12 p.m. Central Time. Okay, Thursday is at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. That is. Why is this -7? Why is this -7? This should be -6. Great. Okay, we're all good. We're all good now. Emerald word of the day, exclamation point time. Exclamation point time, because we're time travelers. We're time travelers. In all seriousness, guys, we have a little bit of a situation at the homestead today. Got to deal with some family things. We got to deal with some family things. You know, you never want your kid to get into fights at school, but it's going to happen. You know, sometimes it happens. You don't ever want it to happen to your kid. Changed the time last Sunday in October and last Sunday in March. Okay. Yeah, ours is the first Sunday in November. It's a week. Different, Vikings. Very strange. Very, very strange. Very strange. All right, so we'll do this a little bit later. The big news today, guys, by far the biggest news, is this right here. Okay, this right here. I am very excited about some of these. All right. At level 120, you unlock talismans during the Talisman Keeper events. You have an opportunity to get talismans for heroes that you have at level 120. We've got Morgan with armor and magic attack. We've got Galahad with physical attack and armor penetration. Fafnir with physical attack and armor. Aurora, magic attack and magic penetration. Dorian, armor, health. I almost called her Lilith. Actually, I almost called her Lillian. Waifu. We're just going to call her Waifu. Waifu is armor and health. One of these doesn't matter at all. One of these is completely negligible and doesn't matter whatsoever. Can you guys guess which one it is? Also, the one that's going to be locked behind the VIP is probably not a good one either. If I'm being honest with you, Fafnir is very, 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 very likely going to be the VIP one. And I don't think that his talisman is that good. I like bonus armor, I guess. It's just a lot of armor. Like, what's the point? What's the point of all that? I mean, I know what the point of armor is, right? It's to reduce physical damage done to that hero. You know, and it helps against heroes that have high armor penetration. Like, for example, a Fafnir with this talisman is always going to beat, or very often going to beat, a fart team that does not have this talisman. Okay. Robert says that Morgan will be emeralds. I love that Morgan talisman. It's not my favorite, though. My favorite is the Aurora talisman. My favorite is magic attack, magic penetration for Aurora. She doesn't need that much magic penetration, but boy, when you pair her with a hero that's got a magic penetration artifact, I am a big fan of that talisman. That's probably my favorite of the list. That's probably my favorite. Now we can go through. If you go to, let's see. If you go to facebook.com/goats, whatever it is, goat, yeah, Hero Wars Alliance Community, the GOAT, there is a files tab right here. Files, stat priority, and max stats workbook, right? Stats priority and max stats work. That's going to be a great opportunity for you to go to check out and see if to see if the Talisman's stats actually matter. But all of these stats are good for the hero. All of them are good for the hero. They're good. Magic attack for Morgan is exactly what she wants. Okay. Armor penetration, physical attack for Galahad. Exactly what he wants. Armor and health for Dorian doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. Dorian's probably going to be the login talisman, honestly. His talisman's going to be so low impact. Like, that talisman's not going to matter at all. Dorian. Armor and health for waifu. Dodge might be better. I'm not a huge fan of dodge on mobile. I like it, but, you know, it feels... I mean, because it's random, it doesn't feel good to me. Morgan to be reclassified as a tank. Guys, Morgan is so tough. She is so hard to kill, guys. So hard to kill. So hard to kill. I love these talismans. The ones that I like, I love them. I love them a lot. And the question is going to come down to you know, if you've got multiple talismans for a hero, the question is going to come down to, you know, which one's going to be more impactful for the team that you're going up against. As far as I know, they still haven't fixed the talisman changed in training mode situation. You know what I mean? They still haven't fixed that. Armor and health for waifu is something, I guess. I feel like these three over here are going to be less impactful, but I love these three. I'm going to use Galahad. I'm going to use Galahad with this talisman. I'm going to try him out. Probably not going to be groundbreaking. Probably not going to be an incredible new meta situation. I don't think so. But I think it could be interesting. I think that there are some breakpoints here that Galahad is going to do some work. But these two right here, I think these are crazy good. I think these two right here are so good. I think these two right here are better than the first ones. Armor, magic attack. I love them. I love them. Those are going to be the first two talismans I go after if I had the choice. I don't know that I will. I'll probably get them all anyway, you know, just because I usually do. Because you never know what it's going to be like in the future, and you never know what it's going to, you know, how hard it's going to be to get a talisman in the future. You might not have access to it in the shop or whatever. But again, go to Hero Wars Alliance Community, the GOAT Facebook page, the largest and best Hero Wars Alliance community on Facebook. Maybe not the largest, certainly the best. The largest unofficial community by far. Stats priority and max stats workbook right there. It gives you the step-by-step instructions on how to level each character as far as their glyphs and their skins, okay? That tells us how important each of these stats are going to be compared to the previous talisman that they have. Scott K, I don't really like critical hit and dodge that much. If you take a look at a lot of the teams that I showcase, I don't like relying on those random stats. Scott K. The critical hits talisman was very interesting, but that was like the first. It was like the first set of talismans that came out, right? Galahad was like was in the first. Was it in the first? I can't remember if it was. I feel like it was. I feel like Galahad was in the very first set of talismans, and we thought it was like crazy cool. I do like the critical hit for Galahad, but you know, it's like, this armor penetration full time, so good to me. It's so good to me. This is gonna like, oh man, I just, I don't know. I use Morgan a lot. I use Aurora a lot. I do use Fafnir. I do use Waifu. Right. I don't use Galahad as much as I like. Galahad's skins are some of the coolest in the game. Big sword. Big sword. I like it. Very cool. Very cool. That's the big news of the day on Hero Wars Alliance. Over on Hero Wars Facebook and web, we have this day 1 of the Cosmic Battle. It's not actually showcased here. Let me refresh this. I think I've got logged out. Some surprising choices. Surprising choices for banned heroes. We've got Mushy and Shroom and Aurora getting banned. Corvus, though, is catching up. Corvus is catching up. We actually will want Corvus if we start seeing a lot of Heidi teams. Aurora not being in there means Dante is going to be pretty popular. Fafnir, though. I'm going to echo this. I said this in my video that I put out earlier today. I don't see Fafnir hardly at all. Hardly at all. Lara Croft, no doubt in my mind that Lara Croft is going to get banned. Not only is she the most impactful damage dealer in the game right now, but she's also one that not every player has. So no doubt she's going to get insta-banned every time this opportunity comes up. Orion, Helios, and Satori, I'll take it and leave it. Celeste might pass Satori. I don't care if she does or not. I'm surprised she's not number 1, but that just goes to show you how popularity contests change, because she is the best mage. She is the best mage, right? And the Trinity Twins, by the way, is going to dominate this Cosmic Battle. Trinity Twins is going to dominate this Cosmic Battle fight. Control Polaris. I don't use Polaris that much. I know a lot of people do. This is going to be a Jorgen, Arachne slugfest. Aiden getting banned means that Qingmao is going to suck. Qingmao's not getting banned. That's probably a smart move. Kark getting banned always makes me scratch my head, but Yasmin is catching him. Yasmin is catching him. I like that. I like that. I won't use Kark if I don't have access to Aiden, because that team just isn't as good. But, you know, it is what it is. Over on Hero Wars web, let's take a look. I gotta change to a server that's got level 40 here. Here we go. Twins won't be great. Jiv, that means you have to have Isaac on defense. And not many people are going to have Isaac on defense. And if they are, then it's 5 versus 4. Right? It's 5 versus 4. So let's take a look at this. All right. So we're going to ban... we're going to go for the least popular heroes. We're going to ban the least popular heroes here. Alvinor. We're going to ban Fox. Probably Ginger, actually. The least popular mage... Mojo. Least popular control hero, probably Darkstar. It's definitely not Leon. Darkstar or Phobos? Let's ban Darkstar. The least popular healer is probably Maya. Marcus. The least popular warrior is going to be, what, Tristan? Maybe Elmir? Tristan, Elmir? Elmir, Tristan? I like using Aurora, Tristan, so we'll ban, yeah, sure, we'll do that. Okay. So, the top 2 tanks, the tanks that are going to get banned on web, it looks like Mushy and Shroom and Aurora also, with Corvus being a very, very close third. Compared to Facebook, very similar results there. Fafnir getting... I just don't understand this Fafnir. I just don't understand this Fafnir. I do not get it. Is Fafnir a problem for, like, low-level players? I just don't understand this. Anyway, Lara Croft getting banned. No surprise there. Zhu has a higher percentage, though. Zhu is slowly catching up. Kind of surprising, but I'm not surprised Lara Croft is getting it. Orion, Celeste, Helios. Yeah, this is the same distribution with Satori, Helios, and Celeste being mixed up. Orion getting the boot, though. Interesting. You know, without Heidi and Iris in the meta here, or in the library or the stable of heroes, you know, you kind of have a hard decision between mediocre and slightly more mediocre. Right? Better than Sebastian banned every time? Agree 100%. Polaris getting banned. Jorgen and Arachne not being banned is going to be a problem. Healer, I mean, Aiden. This is probably going to end up being the best healer in 2025. Probably was the best healer in 2024. We just hadn't figured out the teams yet, right? And then Warrior Ishmael and Kayla beating out Kark. This makes me sad. I wish Ishmael and Kayla were beating out Kark on Facebook. Let's see. Of the new non-tank heroes, Iris, Kayla, Amira, Lara, Polaris, Augusta, etc., what do you think is the most useful to level up totally? Lara Croft. Bello, I think Lara or Iris are the best. I think Kayla is kind of niche. I think Amira is a lot of fun, but requires a very expensive team. And I think Polaris and Augustus are too new for me to decide. Bella Matisse asks, of the new non-tank heroes, which do you think is the most useful to level up? I really stand behind Lara. I think Lara Croft fits in every team. I think Iris fits in every team. I think Kayla is too niche. I think Amira is too expensive. And I think Polaris and Augustus are too new. Yeah, there you go. My guess is that Morgan and Fafnir will be the purchase and pay Emerald paywalls. Okay. Any update on the ads issue on Hero Wars Alliance? Niloy, what specific ad issue are you discussing? Like how bad the ads are? How you're not getting credit for the ads? Will they add Lara Croft Soul Stones to any shop? No, they will not. No, they will not. At best, you'll be able to earn them at random from the Heroic Chest. Or purchase them with bundles that might happen here and there. Polaris is older than Lara Croft. I guess that's my answer then. Not Polaris. A lot of people can't see any ads. Niloy, that's more of a regional issue then. That's more of an issue with where you live in the world, not having to do with the App Store or Hero Wars itself. Christmas ads already. Yeah, we almost started putting up Christmas decorations today, actually. We might start putting them up tonight. Had to order a new tree. Glenn Malvasso, we split the difference. We started at 11:30 because I didn't do a good enough job over the weekend letting everybody know the new time. Yeah. Emerald names. Spooky Spikes. Spooky Spikes, are you here? Spooky Spikes. Spooky Spikes. Kevin, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you, Kevin. Just wrong. All right, Green Dragon. Spooky, I got you. Green Dragon. Cyber Tracker, we started early, technically. Web, Android. I'll put them both down. Web, Android. Okay. Yep. All right. So while we do some fights, while we do some PvP, I want to talk a little bit about the new MacBook, the new Mac Mini that's coming out. $500. This is not a sponsored. This is not a sponsored statement. $500 for a smaller Mac Mini that's more powerful than my gaming computer, more powerful than my MacBook Pro. The only issue is I have to figure out how to get my Hero Wars Alliance account on the Mac Mini to work. That's the only issue. There's this thing called Android Studio. There's this thing called Android Studio that you're supposed to be able to get a test environment version of an Android phone or a tablet. And it should let me run games, but I can't. I just haven't sat down and figured it out. You know what I mean? If I can sit down and figure out that, then I'd probably switch. What are we doing here? What are we doing with our life? What are we doing here? This is exactly how many moves we'd taken 4 hours ago when I checked. Okay. Anyway. Virtual machine, but I don't want to use a Windows PC. I don't want to use a Windows PC anymore. That's the thing. I don't want to use a Windows PC anymore. Aiden Corvus? Ooh, look at all of these mages. Look at all these mages. Guys, do we want to fight this team? Nah. Do we? We're going to go with LOL Osh number 2. Bing, bang, boom. Send it. You have to download some large image files to run for each virtual device. Let's see. Android Studio on Mac definitely lets you run an emulator for Android device. You can install apps and whatever. You just have to download some large image. How large are we talking? Can I beat it? Yeah, Green Dragon, this team's going to be easy. I say that and then I'm going to lose like immediately. I probably shouldn't have used Nebula here. I probably should have used, I'm not sure who I should have used. But it's whatever. It's a non-issue. It's a non-issue. Augustus is trash on defense. Maybe someday he'll be better. 10 gig? Hero Wars Guide, I might hit you up offline after this. If I can get it, if I can get the Windows Studio, I'm sorry, the Android Studio working on my MacBook Pro, if I can get that going, probably not take too long to figure out. Okay, if I can get that going on there, then I'll probably drop the money. Let's see, Apple.com. Completely off topic here. New Mac Mini. It's so small. Like it's so small. Like I want to see if I can find a size comparison with the old one. Can't find a size comparison. It's so small though. Like it's so small. Like look how big this mouse is. It's so small. It's $500. $600. I'm sorry, $600. It's $500 if you're a student. I'm sorry. It's $500 if you're a student, which that's really easy to become a student. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting the bigger one. It's so small. So the problem with the oh, I don't have the there we go. The problem with the Mac Minis though, the problem with the Mac Minis is that they are a cable mess. They are an absolute mess for cables because there's the ports in the front, right? And then there's ports on the back. But you got to have way more than this. Like I've got, let's see, microphone, webcam, hard drive, 3 monitors. Like it's going to be a cable mess, right? It's going to be a cable, like a whole cable mess. So that's the problem with Mac Minis. But it's nice because you can just take this with you. Like it's, let's see, it's like it's hard to explain the size, but it's very small. Yeah. Anyway, let's draw another name or two. Juan Carlos Mendez. What'd you send me here? How to install Google Play Store on Mac. Thank you, Alan. I'll check it out. Richard, I've been thinking about starting feet. Like, really, nobody would know it's me. You know, I've got really good size, really good looking feet. You know, I get the pedicures. I bet I can make. I've been thinking about doing this thing where I make, where I try to make $41 a day. $41 a day in a year is 15 grand. If I could do a side hustle that made me $41 a day and make an extra $15,000 a year, would you guys do that? Would you guys, if you could do a side hustle in an hour or less per day, an hour or less, and it made you $15,000 extra dollars per year, would you do that? You guys are strange. Juan Carlos Mendez, you're running out of time. Must be Harry. I feel like I'm not going to kink shame. I feel like we're going to allow anybody to do whatever. Absolutely. It's that, guys, that's the whole premise of my YouTube channel of Hero Wars and all of my other ones. It's built around $27 a day, right? If you take, and this is for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice, right? If you want to make an extra 10 grand a year, that's only like $27 a day. 10 grand a year is $27 per day. Think of what you could do. What could you do? What could you do to make $27 a day? And how little time would it take you to make an extra 10 grand a year or 15 grand a year? You know, I like the symmetry of the 15,000. No. Because it divides into 41, right? And I'm 41. So if I made $41 a day for the year at age 41, that's an extra 15 grand a year. Pre-tax, yeah, pre-tax. Or, you know, hire your kids. Saturday and Sundays off. Canadian Doghouse, that is a loser mentality. I don't mean to be mean by saying that. I just want to reinforce the idea that weekends aren't really a thing if you like what you do. If you like what you do, weekends are not a thing. Right? Realistically, I spend maybe 2 hours a day on Hero Wars Central. Some days I spend 3, but other days I don't spend any, you know? I got you, Juan Carlos. I got you. Kurt Molina. $27 a day. Like, it's that simple. It's that simple. It's really that simple. You stack a couple of them. You stack a couple of them up. You get better at one. You know, get better at another one. Start a blog that makes $5 a day, and then it makes $8 a day. You know, starts off making $1 a day. Kurt, I got you. Web player. You know, you get to the point that you make $1 a day. You know, $41 is only, and I say this only, it's only, $41 is only about 41,000 views on TikTok. Need your family time? David, think about it though. Do you spend 2 hours on the weekend watching TV? Like, this is the same argument that I have. This is the same argument I have whenever people complain about not being able, like, oh, I wish I could get in shape like you. Christoph Sonner? Christoph? Christoph, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Great mustache, by the way. Not so hard with doing illegal stuff. I'm not condoning anything illegal. No, far from it. Start a TikTok channel, gets to 10,000 followers. Put out content that gets you 40, 45,000 views a day. That's 15 grand a year for not that much work. Sir Turbo, the chat that I have on screen here is delayed. Ah, Christoph here. Nice, nice, nice. Facebook player. Facebook player. Christoph Singer. Facebook. Nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Everybody should start creating content around the things you love. Everybody. Everybody should make content around the things that they love. Golf, camping, swimming, baseball, basketball, soccer, rugby. I could talk about the crappy St. Louis Blues hockey team every day and turn it into a 40 grand a year job. The art of life is being happy with what you have. Sure, sure, pie may, but being happy with what you have while being debt free and, you know, being able to afford repair on your car or new tires or, you know, surgery for your dog. That's being happy with what you have while also not stressing what might happen also. Yeah. OnlyFans? Hey, man. If it works for you. I don't know if it's going to work for me, though. I don't know if people want my feet that much. When I get it set up, though, I'll show you guys. Okay. We will be back tomorrow. 12 p.m. Central Time, guys. Time has changed. 12 p.m. Central Time. Go to Google. What time is it in the Central Time Zone in the United States? When is 12 p.m. Central Time U.S. for me? You know, Google stuff like that. We'll figure this out. And then, you know, come March, April-ish, whenever we spring forward, we'll do this all over again, right? We'll do it all over again. Hasn't changed for me. Yeah, about 25% of my audience is in the United States. I will see all of you back here tomorrow, hopefully at the same time. No, at the correct time. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.